Okay, so obviously it was a huge win. Well, let me start first. Logan being eliminated, that really sucked. Um, Adam told me, there's nothing he could do, and that sucks. But so obviously going in, I wanted to win the Emperor Challenge to secure my safety, and because I feel like I was the next on board to be eliminated. I came in second place. I lost by maybe I think like 14 seconds, which really sucked. But I got put on a Ludus with Ben, Adam, JG, and did I say Adam? I got put on it with Devin, Ben, Adam, and JG. And so I was kind of like, I've always been good with Ben. I've always been good with Devin from what I know. And so that was kind of cool. And then we went to the competition. Adam was absolutely nowhere to be found, even though he said he'd be there. JG, he had an excuse, but he didn't show up. So it was me, Ben, and Devin. And that was, so we were only competing with 3 people in a 5-person competition. We somehow won, and it was awesome. And I'm so happy that I'm not in a position where I have to vote somebody out or I'm on the chopping block, because I don't think it would have been good for me. But literally 15 seconds ago, Eddie just put in the entire group chat a voice memo of him going off on Austin, which I absolutely love. Put the target on Austin. Eddie put the target on you. I don't care. That's awesome because I voted Austin out. And now he looks like public enemy number 1 because he's telling everybody's powers and all the powers that he has. So Eddie just put a huge target on Austin. That is beautiful for me. That puts me in a pretty good position, so that kind of takes the heat off of me. I couldn't have asked for a better situation. That's what I got.
Okay. So obviously, you were targeting Austin at one point, and now with this little voice memo from Eddie in the main chat, it seems that if he is also going after Austin, do you think that like maybe eventually you're gonna hit him up and be like, hey, like I saw your message, and like what's going on with that? Because obviously you brought it up, so it means something to you.
Yeah, so obviously I was put in a position. RJ had come up to me before he left, and the plan was to backdoor Austin. Austin was in our Ludus, and we were going to tribal, or not tribal. We were going to elimination, and so it was me, Logan, and Adam, RJ, and Austin, and then we joined with another Ludus to elimination. The plan was, and I also talked to Rocky, and Rocky was kind of like down for the move because Rocky had called me and said, "Hey, what's your feelings on Austin?" And we kind of talked about it and talked about how Austin and JG knew each other, how they had the majority of the powers in the house, and how dangerous they are. And so there was the opportunity to get out a huge threat with a bunch of powers. Obviously, that didn't happen, but I thought we had the numbers, so I voted, and that's when I was on the wrong side of the vote. And then Austin, in a group chat, threw my name under the bus, was like, hey, you didn't vote, you voted against me. And so that kind of put me in a weird position where I had to be like, okay, I'm not going to lie about it. Like, yeah, and so that's what I said. I said, hey, listen, the information I was given told me that you had powers. It was a game move. It's nothing personal. And it didn't really make me look great, not going to lie, because I was on the wrong side of the vote. And I went for Austin, and Austin found out. So me and him were like that whole... and apparently he talked about the competition. That was another thing where it was like we were in the competition. I don't know how bad we lost because I didn't actually go back and look. But he talked about the competition, so that like sucked. But we were gonna fire at Austin. It didn't work out. Austin found out, kind of threw me under the bus in a group chat. So I just manned up. Was like, yeah, I went for you. I done for you because apparently this is what I was told. It didn't work out. It's nothing personal. It's a game move, and I kind of had to own up to it. So, and then he pulled the stunt with the Emperor, and he was like, "Yeah, I want to be Emperor because people have been throwing." So I think he did that because I kind of gunned for him too, and I think people are starting to realize that. I mean, thank you to Eddie, like for people are realizing that Austin has all these powers. But yeah, I'm definitely going to hit up Eddie if he stays and push the target onto Austin because why wouldn't I do that? If I'm constantly on the wrong side of the vote, I'm trying to rebuild relationships with people. If I can gain Eddie as a number, he's a really experienced game player, and I think that he seems pissed at Austin. Yeah, let's gun for that. Let's make the target not me and put it onto Austin because I feel like this is going to blow up. So I'm very excited for it, and I'm definitely going to hit Eddie up.
So obviously you're safe this round. So going into next round, the format is still unknown. Are we still going to do Luduses? Are we not doing Luduses? What's going on? So what's your strategy if we have Luduses, and then what's your strategy if we don't have Luduses?
My strategy, I think, would be better if we didn't have Luduses for my game. My strategy is I can only control what I control. Like, I can't rely on anybody in this game except for myself, so winning is a must for me. Competing in these competitions, trying to win safety week by week is always my strategy, and doing whatever it takes to stay. So whether that's lying, cheating, I don't care. Like, I want to stay, I want to win, and I'm going to let everything else fall where it may. So if there are Luduses, I'm going to try to win Emperor. Like, my next mission is winning Emperor. If it's not, I'm going to try to... Either way, I'm going to try to win safety. If not, I'm going to try to build relationships with people that I feel comfortable enough. Because you can never be 100% certain who you can trust and who you can't trust. Because you don't know who's talking to who. It's harder on Skype, when, people are contacting each other 24/7. So I'm going to try to build a relationship. Because, I feel like showing up to competitions and actually competing and being face-to-face and talking to these people on Skype helps. Because two people not showing up for our competition, if we would have lost, I don't know if this is 1,000% true, but I think that competing and pulling weight for a Ludus helps you no matter what position you're in. Because if, we lose this competition that we just did, I was there to help. Adam wasn't. And I like Adam, but, if that puts me in a better position with Ben and Devin, so be it, So I think showing up to competitions, making those connections, pushing the target off of my back, and just trying to win as many competitions as possible is my strategy. And that might be a simple, oh, duh, but building relationships right now and flying under the radar now is what I'm trying to do, is going into my strategy, whether it's Luduses or not Luduses.
All right. Sean, do you have any questions?
I do not.
All right. Do you have anything to wrap up your confessional with, Patrick?
Yeah. You gonna say something? Say something. Let's go, Pat. All right.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay. I'm going to stop